When you're starting chapter 13, it's important to know that there's some script files here that you can use. So the chapter is going to explain what it's like to create a reporting script like you would on a job. So I've worked a number of years creating SQL report code, and I wanted to tell people how that was done in real life, what it's like on a daily basis. So this chapter will walk you through the process. I do include the script files, and I recommend that if you have the database, data warehouse filled up with data, that you kind of follow along by running the code, either typing the code out, running it yourself, or if you want to, just open up the file and run the code from there. You'll see that the code progressively gets more and more complex as I add joins and later on add functions. And then again later on as I start putting filters on here, aggregate values get put in here, etc. We get down to a point later on where we're doing parameterized queries. So that if we change the value of the parameter, we get different results. And even later on, we keep adding on to it. We get to the part where we actually make a view. So we're going to create a view. You can't put variables inside the view, but you can put a lot of the other code in here. And then once that view is made, you can always apply the filters after the fact. Now this will continue, and you'll see how you can use a stored procedure to generate data as well, and also how you can do things like create KPIs, key performance indicators, to come up with report data. Now, when you finish learning about these things, do remember that you can save this data to create reports in a couple of different ways. Probably the easiest way is to click on the data. Click over here in this upper corner. Click on that data, right click and copy with headers, and then open up Excel. From there, you can paste it in. It will copy in your data with the headers at the top. The trick is just click on the upper left-hand corner, A1, and just paste, and everything goes right into there. And then at that point, I recommend you save it as, let's put it on this PC here. We'll save it on C drive. I don't know, it doesn't really matter much. How about a data files folder? And I think I'll call it, I'll make a CSV file, call a separate value file called report data. And the reason why I did that is because I can then use that to create reports in something like Tableau Desktop or Power BI Desktop, or even here in Excel. I can go and create reports from a data set like that by just coming over and inserting a new pivot table from here. So I just highlight the area that represents my report data. I'm over here to insert and insert a pivot table, usually on a new worksheet, so I can have both. And I can kind of check things out. So we can see information about the sum of KPI quantities. Of course, knowing what that means, I guess we'd have to kind of have in the average and understand what the code means. But this is an easy way to kind of learn about how you might work with report data. And hopefully you'll find it kind of fun as well, learning how to work with this and come up with some values to play with. Like I said, you can use it in Tableau. You could use it in Power BI, and of course you can use it in Excel to play with. So hopefully you'll find that to be useful, and thanks for watching.